Hello, hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. Come on in and get comfortable. Welcome back to my channel, Jaleesa, Reading Beyond the Book Cover, where we stay reading beyond the book's cover. My name is Jaleesa. Welcome if it's your first time, and welcome back if you are returning. I really enjoyed how my video came out last time when it was when I did my intro, so I was like, let me do it again. I haven't played Evermerge in such a long time, so this is the perfect way for me to hit two birds with one stone and play and speak to you all at the same time. I'm trying to clean up some of my land. As you can see, I have a lot going on, but I know where everything is, and that's all that matters. So mind your business. Anyhow, welcome to another week of reading. For me, this is August the 27th, I believe so, the week of August 27th. And I just wanted to pop in real quick and let you all know what I have been up to when it comes to my reading. So I'm picking up from where I was last time, where I left off. I'm still reading And Then She Fell by Alicia Elliott. I am reading The Bellwoods Game by Celia Crampian. I'm continuing on with the Harrow County graphic novel series. I am on book 3, and I believe there's a fourth book. Oh, I am still listening to I Almost Forgot About You by Terry McMillan. I think I have like 30% left of that one as of today. Today is 28th, and I accidentally picked up another book, and I'm going to explain to you real quick how that happened, and then I'm going to, segue into some B-roll and then pick back up. All right, that's the program. Anyhow, this is how I accidentally picked up another book to read this week. So, if you're familiar with Libby, when it's time for you to check out a book, you usually have two options. At least that's how it's set up in my library. I either can check it out for 7 days or 14 days. I meant to select 14 days. Well, actually, take it back. I meant to select 7 days. But 7 days, I thought it was going to be for Kindle. Now, Kindle time is different from Libby time. So what I mean by that is if you check it out from Libby, right, and you select the format that you want it in, if Libby and Kindle are available, it's best to pick Kindle because your book will expire a little bit later than Libby. Hope that makes sense. So there are options. This book in particular is called The Hotel. I don't know the name of the author, but I most likely will show the book later on in the video. I selected 7 days thinking that it had two options. I thought that I would be able to select Kindle, but no, it's just available for Libby. So when it's like that, that means that while I am reading in Libby, if I'm not reading fast enough, it will snatch that book up on the day down to the second that it's due. It's different for Kindle. Kindle, you have a little bit more time, even if it did or does expire or return back a couple of hours or an hour before it will expire or return on Kindle. I know it's a long way of explaining it, but yeah, I'm a little bit upset with myself, but it's fine. So I have that book to read as well, and that's it. Today was quite a day at work. I got some things done. My eyes are hurting a little bit, most likely straining from looking at stuff, so I'm going to take it easy for the rest of the night. I plan to continue reading from the books that I have. I always rotate between chapters, but right now, actually, I'm really surprised that The Hotel is holding my attention, so I may try to prioritize that book for this week, because the other ones, they'll expire a little bit later next week. So I may prioritize that since I was on hold for the book for quite some time. But it's interesting. So far, the premise of the book is there's this found footage, I guess you can say it's a movie, but not really, that was taken. And one of the characters seemingly fell to their death, but they got up and disappeared. So it's four people that had went to like this haunted house on top of a cliff somewhere, and we're reading from the perspective of one of the characters who, like, she was there when it happened. So she's been rewatching the tape or the footage over and over again, just like the other people that are fanatics or fans of this found footage tape. And she can't quite figure out what exactly happened to this guy. His name is Leo. Her name is Bex, B-E-X, I believe so. And two other people that were with her are Richard and Oliver, I think. It's crazy. That's all I can say. The chapters are short, so that's why I'm getting through them pretty fast. It's just that sometimes, because I'm not really familiar with some of the words that are used, I have to go and look it up to see what it means. Because it's written in British English and maybe mixed with some Welsh um, slang words. Not really sure. So sometimes I'm like, what is she saying? And I have to go and check it out. But that's fine. I like to learn. But it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. Hopefully I can finish it. My goal is possibly Wednesday or Thursday. I'm trying to finish as many books as I can before the end of the month. So wish me luck. Fingers crossed. And I'm gonna stop it right here because I will literally talk your ear off. All right. So see you in a bit. Good morning. I just finished reading 20 minutes of my book. The book is called The Hotel by Louise Mumford. And I am currently at the 12% mark of the book. And I'm still trying to figure out whether or not I like the character that we're following or the perspective that we're reading from. Because the character does things in fours, which can get a little annoying at times, but I know that's something that some people deal with, which is part of their OCD. And then I'm also trying to figure out how does the past events that happened 10 years ago, how does it fit in with her life now? Because it seems like she's a recluse. She's stayed away out of the limelight after this big accident, and now all these things are coming up, and it's forcing her to reckon with it.
Anywhere you go, the
looking out for the
community,
elders,
most
period.
importantly.
I am hypersensitive to opening and closing doors and helping older helping, I'm supposed to say older inmates. But y'all know what I mean. Helping older people. You know, my heart. Helping older people. Because I think about my parents. Literally. I be thinking about my parents, not, you know, I don't know. So,
just
yeah.
We should be looking out, and I think that's why. And then it's in Harlem, you know, it's like, that's why it irked me the most, because I didn't even ask her the race, because I'm like, that would have irked me more, because if he was white, that would have really pissed me off, but if he was black, that would have really pissed me off, so there's really no winning.
And not for nothing, like, Harlem is one of the communities, I feel like I can make this broad stroke. Harlem is one of the communities.
Good morning. So let's try this again. I've already filmed this before twice and I accidentally deleted it. Anyhow, I just finished reading a couple more chapters of my book. I'm now 16% through The Hotel by Louise Mumford. I'm on chapter 10. I read about a good 20-25 minutes and I'm really enjoying where the story is going. We're getting more backstory as to why Bex is the way that she is. She's been a recluse. She's like a hermit. She does not really come out of her house, and it all has to do with what happened 10 years ago at this hotel that is supposedly haunted. She and her friends had went there to film a horror movie, which actually ended up turning into a horror movie, and it's solely because of the disappearance of their friend Leo. We don't know much about Leo right now. The only thing that we know about him is that he is a best friend of Bex. They've known each other since they were young children. I think they maybe even lived on the same street, possibly went to the same school. So they were really close. And I'm at the part where I think it's maybe a year or more. I know it's like fresh after they had the accident of sorts, because we don't know what happened to Leo. And she's on the television show and you can tell like she's having this nervous breakdown. She starts picking at her skirt and taking off little beads. And when the presenter on the TV show asks her a question, because she's been so quiet and just out of it, she picks up each bead and starts to throw them at the presenter. Now, granted, I feel like the presenter deserved it only because he was egging her on and then really agitating everybody on stage. Okay, this is the last clip and then I need to start getting ready for work and finishing my first bottle of water for the day, because I gotta stay hydrated, y'all. Anyhow, long story short, I feel like the presenter deserved to be berated with beads from Bex, because you can clearly tell from just reading that she was uncomfortable. She didn't want to be there. She was checked out and he was still trying to engage with her, which I understand is his job to engage with the audience as well as the people that he's interviewing. But read a room. These people are grieving. They just witnessed, or she just witnessed, her friend falling and disappearing. So she definitely has something going on psychologically that's different from the other two that survived, because she's the last person to see Leo. So I just wish that the presenter would have practiced some kind of tact. Other than that, I'm enjoying the book. I will follow up with you all when I come back home and let you know how I feel. Bye.
She wants to be back together with you. We know that you have a son together with her. We're just trying to figure things out, and she was hoping that you would send the flowers to her, David.
Yeah, we have a son together, but I don't know her. Like, I mean, I'm in my son's life, but like, her and I broke up. Like, I'm not with Robin.
David, but whenever we're together, you act like we're together. You act like we're a family.
No, I spend time with my son, and I hang out with my son. Like, whatever you pull out of like the subtle notes on that's on you. But like, no.
It isn't always just that. You know that.
Okay, but we're not together, so I can send these flowers to what the f*** I want.
You said you were dating casually. You did not say that you had like a girlfriend.
One, I don't have a girlfriend, and two, if I did, it's none of your business.
Well, why did you get roses?
It's none of your business.
Well, David, here's the thing. After having lunch as a family...
Hey, so I decided I wanted to say something here. Y'all, so traffic was bad this day, and I was able to get through 2 episodes, maybe even more than that, of this podcast I listened to called War of the Roses. We have several of them around the U.S. I don't know if they're done outside the country, but in most states they have a radio station or several radio stations that do this kind of call, like a prank call in a way, to try, or a trap, to see if the person they call will send the roses or a pantygram or whatever to their significant other or to someone else to find out if they're cheating. So yeah, these 2 in particular stood out to me, so that's why I'm sharing it.
It's crazy because, I mean, we're about to have this baby.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, we're less than a month away from you having a baby, and here we are doing a War of the Roses.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just don't know how to confront her, and I hate to admit this on the radio and whatnot, but like I'm like all emotional about it too. I'm like confused and everything.
Well,
I cried tonight just thinking about this.
When someone's about to have a baby, it usually is the most beautiful moment of their life. Here we are doing a War of the Roses. What made you even think about anything like this? What makes you think she's being unfaithful at 8 months being pregnant?
Well, I saw that she was meeting her ex for lunch, and she didn't even say anything to me about it. The reason why I know is because my cousin, he works at the restaurant, and he told me that he saw her there.
Okay.
Hey, it's me. So I am at the 36% mark, I believe so, of The Hotel by Louise Mumford. And I'm enjoying it so far. We're getting more backstory. We're finally switching between the past and the present. So that means it's a 10-year difference, just to see how everything led up to that night where Leo disappeared. Nobody's really sure whether or not he actually died. They feel that he fell over the side of the cliff where the hotel is and landed, and I guess the currents were so strong that most likely it washed his body away before anybody could see. But what I don't understand is how is that Bex was covered in blood, and I think Richard was too, before they came back to the boat where Oscar was. That's where I'm confused. Where the blood come from? I forgot to tell you all that on this particular day, I was on my way to Egypt, Texas for my family reunion, for the Shorter and Hearn family reunion. I hadn't been in such a long time. I'm pretty sure this maybe I want to say it's maybe my first one. I can't really tell though, because it's possible that my mother and father maybe took me when I was younger, but this is my first time going as an adult, and I had such a great time. This is the furthest that I've actually been out in this area. So I've been to Wharton County before, and I've only gone to Eagle Lake. But I've never been this far into Wharton County, where you literally don't see any street lights. There's a lot of open land. You don't see many cars. There are a lot of old homes. But this is my home. This is where my roots are from. And I just feel so, not necessarily fulfilled, but I feel closer to my heritage, knowing that this is where we come from. This is where we settled after being brought here from another state. If I remember correctly, one of our family members who is responsible for our Ancestry.com account, she was able to trace back that we came from, I think, Georgia first after being dropped off of a slave ship. And then whoever our master was at that time, they had taken us from there to Louisiana. I'm not sure if it was New Orleans or not, but I know she said Louisiana. And then they finally came to Egypt, Texas, and settled there. So we are related several different ways to these different families. So I'm from the shorter side, but we are related to the Hearns. And she also explained how we are related to, I think, 1 or 2 presidents, because, of course, back in the day, during slavery, it was not uncommon for a slave to be impregnated by the master and, of course, have offspring. And that's how that happened. But it's interesting. I had a good time, a really, really good time. And hopefully you enjoy seeing the food and seeing how we have enjoyment together. You know, we pray together, we dance together, we sing together, we eat together. We had so much fun, and it's just beautiful seeing everyone in the room together. This place here in particular is, if I remember correctly, it was so loud in there. I'm pretty sure my mother told me that it's owned by one of our family members, so we don't have to worry about a space to come together and celebrate each other and to touch bases and just to make sure that we keep the ties together, keep it bonded as long as we can. I'm hoping that maybe next year, maybe I'll try to be on the committee on getting this together because I had so much fun. I can see it going so many different ways. And I'm looking forward to returning next year. Hopefully it won't be so hot. Oh, there was no air condition. So as you can see, it was a lot of fans going on in there, but I didn't mind the sweat. I always say when I sweat like this, I earned it. Not earned the sweat, but I earned my evening shower because I take 2 showers a day. So if I shower in the evening and I earned it, I feel good. I slept good after this. You can see my cousins. And you see, yeah, we dance with the babies too. And you should hear my cousin Leola back there. She is so funny. She's on the ones and twos doing the DJing. The baby was hot. We were trying to give them ice cubes and whatnot. But yeah, we had such a good time. I don't even know what else to say. Like, you should see me right now. I'm smiling because I'm happy. I'm so happy that I was able to attend. I'm so happy that I was able to enjoy myself. And I am excited about returning back next year. I wish that I would have worn that quilt. There's a quilt over there. I'll insert a picture pretty soon. But there's a quilt that I wish that I would have won, or somebody in our family would have won. It has a image of each of the shirts that were given out each year. This year we didn't get a shirt, but it's okay. We had some old shirts to wear, so I have a shirt that I can wear next year if they decide not to do shirts again. What else? The food was good. And you see, we had a dance competition. They did a youth scholarship as well. But the dance competition was when everybody was getting really lit. We had jello shots and whatnot. Like, it was a really good time, y'all. You just don't understand how it feels to get together with your family all in one place. Enjoy. Hello. Welcome to the end. You made it. The very, very end of my weekend reading. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. As you can see, I live a pretty normal life. I don't be doing a lot of extra. But I'm able to share something different and new. I always make sure that I do so. Hopefully, it's not too repetitive of the same thing from last week, which was me showing when I'm going to work, which I'm always going to do, me being at work, me getting off work. Like, you're going to get used to the routine of things, right? But it's just to make sure that I'm not out of touch with whoever is subscribed to my channel, and just keep you all posted about what I'm reading, what I'm up to, as well as anything that's changing in my day-to-day life, right? And it's just a way for me to like get to know each other, well, get to know you all and you get to know me, and then as well as I guess seeing the growth. I really can't see how I'm doing as a person. And what I mean by that is, like, if I have a weakness, I can't tell that it's getting stronger unless I see it myself. People can tell me as much as they want to, but I need to have visible results. So me having this YouTube channel is an exercise for me to get out of my comfort zone, and I think it's working. I'm getting better and better at it with each video that I do and post. Sorry if I'm looking off to the side. My dear husband, he's working late yet again, and this time he's like, oh, can you please make me da 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 da, so that when I get home I was gonna eat. No. That's what I always want to say, no. But no, I'm gonna do it after I film this. I most likely will call or text him back and ask him about what time does he think he'll be coming home for lunch / dinner, because once he does that, he'll have to go back to work. Or maybe he's talking about tonight. I don't know. I have to call and double check. Off topic, but thank you for hanging with me. As you can see, I had a lot of fun this weekend. I did get some reading done. I was able to get to the 56% mark of The Hotel by Louise Mumford, and I would have finished it maybe if I wasn't, being so lazy about getting around to reading it. So the library took back the library loan on Libby. Snatched up real quick while I was reading. So I made it to the 56% mark. I will try to read it again when my hold comes through again. So I already renewed it as in I requested another hold on it because there were people on the wait list already, and I don't mind, it's fine. I actually have quite a bit to catch up on because I have a meeting on Wednesday this week with the Horror Host Support Group. I have ARC for Book Sirens to read by the 10th of this month. I'm talking about September of this month. And then I also need to read for my Buddy Reads, which is the Buddy Reads for Reading Beyond the Book Cover. Check it out if you haven't already. This month we are reading It's Not All Downhill From Here by Terry McMillan. And then as a bonus read, we also are reading The Light We Carry by her name is Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama. What else? And I think I also have another book that I have on my list. I think it's called The Black Cake or Black Cake. I'm reading that for the Black Girls Read 2, which is a Facebook group that I'm a part of. And then I want to get a head start on reading 2 other books that I got an arc of from NetGalley, which are Out There Screaming, which is an anthology of Black horror and it's edited by Jordan Peele. That's the person that's behind Get Out, Us, and Nope. And then I also have a middle grade horror book, and it's called Scream for the Cameras, I think. And it's by Lissy Harris. I'm not sure, but you will see them in the upcoming weekend reading videos I'm doing, and we're gonna have a good time, right? So wish me luck in all my bookish endeavors. I have a lot to read, a lot to review, and a lot to catch up on, but I'm having fun nonetheless. You all have a great week ahead of you, or whatever time that you're watching this video, and I thank you for giving me just a little bit of your time. As usual, you know what I'm gonna say. Drink your water. Let me go get mine. Second 40 ounce of the day. Maybe my third, but I'm pretty sure it's my second. Mind the business that is yours, and continue reading Beyond the Book's Cover. See you later. Bye.